Hello, welcome back to Sit and Chat. I'm Liam Whyte.
And I'm Jamie Allan.
That was a nice wee pause, like
Just
dramatic
building the
effect, wasn't it?
tension, building it.
Yeah, for all our audience. Anyway, so how you been, mate?
All good, aye. Well, besides yesterday, but we'll swiftly move on. But
Anyway.
besides that, everything's been all good. iPhone launch is happening tomorrow.
Oh, it was
No, it's
so
a lie.
bad about yesterday.
I know it is tomorrow. But primarily the football was disappointing, disgraceful, disgusting.
Do you like to go over it?
I'll elaborate. We're playing Leicester City, beat Liverpool this is. Me and Liam both Liverpool fans, if you've heard the previous ones. We're in the EFL Cup and we're against Leicester. And we're doing well up to half time. We should have scored a few goals, like always with Liverpool. 22 attempts in the first half. It's pretty pitiful that we never put one in them away. He brings off Coutinho, which is one of our star boys. I was actually making a difference in the game. Took him off. Be it that he's carrying.
To be fair, he had an injury, so he can't fault for taking
Fuck it, who cares? If he's injured, he's injured. However, they brought on Ben Woodward, which, by the way, was great all the second half. However, it went downhill for there. We lost 2-0. The game was a bogey. Out the cup. Absolute pish. However, it was made up that the Rangers went through their cup.
Yeah, I'm really happy for you.
Good. We went through.
So you're happy.
Good old Partick Thistle.
Yeah, I should apologise. Got a wee bit of a cold, as you can maybe tell during this. However, as we were saying before I turned on the microphone, my monotone voice maybe doesn't show too much differences in this.
Yeah, definitely doesn't. No.
Fuck you.
Definitely doesn't. Apple launch tomorrow though. I'm looking forward to that. Well, Friday. It'll be tomorrow for when this goes out, but
yeah,
Friday's when it comes out. And fucking that's just.
Is it the worst day of the year for phone salesmen?
No, that is the best day.
Why is it the best? Oh, commissions.
Well, that and loads of sales and it's just best time of the year, mate. Better than Christmas.
Aye, with all that money you can at least afford your Christmas.
Well, that's very true, aye. So that's been my week summed up. I mean, it was a pretty pish day yesterday. But besides that, we'll move on. You know, we've got Leicester again at the weekend. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, we talked all about football with Graham last week, so we'll put a patch on it this week. Mainly because as well I want to try and forget about it as much as I can. Anyway, back to basics, you and me. And I was really thinking today just how shite the weather is.
Well, that's very true, aye. I came here, let me tell you a story.
Okay.
So I comes out of work there, right?
Yeah.
Swear to God, I'm walking back to the car park with the manager, right? She gives me a lift home. However, there we are, stand at the road at Pure Gym now. You know, you've got the two lanes coming down towards the roundabout.
Yeah.
Right? This guy in the fucking left lane coming down as if he's got to turn into the centre, towards the centre.
Aye, towards the centre.
I'm standing at the road, my hood's up now. I've got one of these hoods that cover like your face, so it's very difficult.
Really see.
Peripheral vision and that, it's just not great. My manager's hiding behind me because she knows what's happening here. Splash right up, look like I've pissed myself. Swear to God, fucking drenched. It was seeping through to my bollocks. It was horrible. So that was an eventful story. There I was walking back like a fucking penguin for the rest of the mile that I had to walk in. It was disgusting. However,
fun for you then, wasn't it?
That just proves how shite the weather is here. Aye, it is. It's bad. It's a fucking disgusting day. I didn't see much of it with being in the centre though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, you're kind of lucky and unlucky because I suppose if it's nice, you have no way of knowing. To be fair.
No, that's it.
Right, so what I was going to ask you from that though, we'll try and brighten our mood. Obviously now, sad times, summer's ended, autumn's coming out. It'll be not long before wrapping ourselves up in big coats. It's like dark at 7 PM. About getting drunk on the streets because it's that time of the year. What I want to know is then to put a better mood on it. What's your best summer memory ever?
Best summer memory?
Be anything between. I'm going to count summer from end of May to mid-August.
Right, okay. The first thing that springs into mind isn't like a certain moment, right? However, I've not got a best summer moment as such. However, I just used to enjoy the summer holidays at school when
the summer holidays at school.
Aye, reason being is every day I would wake up at 6. I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
What?
Hear me out.
That's already sounds pish.
4:30 in the morning, jumps in the car with my dad, into the lorry and we would tour all of Scotland because he drives lorries for a living, and I used to just sit in the lorry fucking doing absolutely nothing but you were viewing these places you'd never been before, and it was mad as fuck. See some of the accents you got to understand, like away up the like proper north, and they were all speaking Gaelic and that, and it's like, fuck's up here. And
who are these hillbillies?
Who are these fucking hillbilly bastards up the top of Scotland? So I got to see all of that. I would help them with like the trailers and stuff like that, pulling all the clips off and stuff. So there was a lot of good times and stuff and spent in that lorry. But to be fair, I would go out, right? It would probably reach about 11 o'clock midday.
Yeah.
I'd fall asleep for like 2 hours, wake up at 1, but oh, it's happened here. Just because I was never used to getting up that early. But I used to be on the PlayStation at 1. Definitely. Wake up at 4:30 and then back out again. So it was like.
So you enjoyed the travelling basically.
Oh, aye. And I've got travel sickness. Right? Now that might come as a bit of a surprise. Travel
that's
sickness.
what I was going to say, because beforehand in the last podcast, or 2 or 1 podcast ago, you basically said, nah, I'm not into the whole flying abroad thing, not into.
Travelling, see on trains, planes, even the back seat of cars. Oh yeah, I feel sick. Driving a car or on the top tier of the lorry.
What about in the passenger seat?
Passenger seat, I still feel it if it's been a certain period of time. See if you like my house to your house or here to my house, that sort of thing, that's fine.
It's like long distance.
Like a 20-minute journey can sometimes feel a bit worse or wear.
Yeah.
But aye.
So that maybe just a lack of control, you think?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I used to wear the bands and stuff for the placebo effect. That's what it was called, wasn't it?
Yeah, placebo effect. Yeah.
And even though I knew.
Oh yeah, my grandpa used one of those for seasickness, and they worked apparently.
Aye, not today. Honestly, it's fucking crazy. Put them on, and I would go up to the north of Scotland with my dad in the car, and it's like I never felt sick once because you know you've got something on that's meant to help it when it really doesn't. But
I mean, that's a good thing. If it works, I suppose.
That's
Anything like that's good to a certain extent.
I know.
So yeah, travelling around Scotland in lorries was your thing.
That was my hang. Aye.
How age were you doing that?
What? First year, second year, third year, and I think I stopped in fourth year.
Yeah.
So it was at the time I knew yous and stuff.
You never mentioned it before.
No, I know, because it was just something that it came as a natural thing. Every summer holiday, I know what was coming. It was he's coming out this year then, and I'd be like, aye. Just something that.
So how many times like a year would you like do it? Like how many trips would you partake in?
Oh no, it'd be every day my summer holiday.
Every day.
Every day, unless I had something that else I wanted to do, which is very rare. I would always be out. Aye, every day. But it was funny because obviously you're not allowed to take them out in the lorries, and it's fine. It's a company that doesn't work with anymore, so we could say this on the
you want air. To say the company name or not?
No, we'll leave that. Hold on. Aye, but
if we got more views, we should have fucked.
Primarily, you would have to, because obviously now you get the ones with the beds and stuff.
Aye.
His bed could lift up, so I would go in under the bed, hide as we came out. But as we were going in, I would just sit in the back seat of the car because then like nobody would see me. Because it was that dark in the morning and stuff. So, but that's my. But that's a good. It's my best memory. Summers were good. I knew you didn't get a fucking summer holiday, but I don't know.
I get to enjoy mine still.
Well,
you should get to enjoy. I mean, I was in work for most of the summer. And my work's a lot more miserable than yours, so.
Well, I'll not disagree with
you. Yeah.
What, you got a memory for summer, or is it?
I mean, I've got a lot. See, by the time I came, in fact, always. See, like when I was younger, I'd always have to be doing something. Until about the age of about 15, I used to get bored because I wasn't doing stuff all the time. If I wasn't out doing something, I was bored out of my mind in my house. So from a young age, I'd always spend my time with Lewis, especially. I spent most of my time with during the summer, just messing around either my house, his house, or in the streets up the woods or whatever. Come to about 11, 12, when I get to know Struan and you and maybe more as really close friends, then we'd go up and do that same sort of stuff. Just the classic when this was before the days of mobiles for us. You learn that, children. But no, yeah, we used to head up to like Quarry Park and all that, and just spend hours just messing around. Just I don't know.
But Lewis hasn't been on this, you know.
Nah, no, yeah, no. You think you'd mind doing it? Bear in mind, we've only had about 6 guests. You thought you'd mind?
Sure. Well, Lewis is he's something else. But aye.
But nah, and then by the time we got to about 13, 15 is when I sort of knew my Alwa friends, so I was sort of hanging around there doing things I shouldn't have been doing, but that's behind me now, so I won't go into that. And then I don't know, 16 to maybe 18 was probably my favourite stretch summer holidays, because at that point my mum was able to work more, so we were lucky enough because like, although like in most of my years growing up we were able to afford a holiday, like there was maybe like 1 or 2 years we couldn't afford a holiday and something, that's fine. Like I know my mum works very hard for me and does her best to provide for me and whatever, and to get like the opportunity, it's like that's amazing. But like some of the holidays, like I mind having holidays with my friends Neil and Anna, going away with their parent as well, Jane, to Spain a few times, Italy as well. Those were great. And then during the same summer I did the West Highland Way. That was a killer on me, but it made me feel good about myself because I actually did, you know, stuff for the people as such, raise money. You know, it was a chance for me and my mate to have a good expedition, which I always we still have good stories from it this day.
Yeah.
Apart from that as well, the summer from section to first year, obviously, because I thought it was, like I said before in the uni podcast, I thought I was moving away from my mates, so I tried to spend literally as much time as possible. So I think nearly every day we were either drinking, at the beach, at the quarry, or me driving around somewhere with them because I was the only driver at that point.
Just doing something, man.
I know, I just kind of like the random. I know it's sort of like your cheesy, corny American sort of style of like go open and explore and go out with your mates and all that, but it is genuinely like
what you done?
It's like the best time of your life's like those holidays. And although there's some days where you just think, I can't be fucked, and you just stay inside and watch the TV and that, like most of the days I like to be out doing stuff.
When was your last holiday? Was it in Italy, wasn't it? No, where was it?
My last holiday was Amsterdam with my gran and my mum,
I've not been holidaying in 11 years. I remember telling you that. Fucking raging. Amsterdam looked good to be fair.
Amsterdam's a great cultural city. Like, don't get me wrong, I said there was other things about it that were great.
The red light district.
Oh yeah, me and my gran were just down there blazing it on bikes.
What are you?
Aye, totally.
It's
but no, I sort of guessed them were both doing the same thing, like keeping ourselves as busy as possible, because I suppose if you weren't like out with your dad, you might just be sitting around fanning about in the PlayStation.
More likely, aye. Probably just fucking wasting my summer holiday away.
It was, I'm not gonna lie, like last summer it did, like it was good, like it was very good. I also got to have my holiday with my gran and my mum, which was great, but I mean, apart from that, like, I don't know, it was an odd period in my life, because I saw all my school friends a lot again, which is nice, but all my college friends I just got to know, and obviously all, apart from Duncan, had all moved back home, like sort of Keelan had moved back to Ireland for the summer. Shannon had gone up to Aviemore to do work. Lauren went back to Helensburgh for most of the trip. Tasha was back in Bowness, Graham, Falkirk, you know, all of them don't live here, so like it was kind of weird, like, because it sort of felt like I almost went back in time, spent it with like the old group of friends instead of like the new ones again.
I suppose I've not seen my school. Well, I say that it's my school group.
School group.
I see you, Duncan.
Yeah. No longer Gilmore.
I
think we need to try and get Gilmore in the podcast. I haven't seen Gilmore. I haven't seen Gilmore in nearly a year. I think we should just to
Gilmore is something else, I'll tell you something.
I want him on. If I actually, we were actually saying to Jamie about who the next group of people will be on the podcast. And if you're listening, it's probably Duncan, Keelan and Alba. But
We've got a line-up of some sort,
A
potentially.
line-up of some sort, but yeah, no.
But then Liverpool,
Now you say that, I think we need to get Gilmore on if he still
Gilmore
wants
is
to.
something else. And obviously Jackson the Army, so it's not as if you can see him.
It's not like, it's not
You
like
can't see him in the streets half the time, you know what I'm saying? But, no, they are the best times, though. Like, back in the day with the group of mates, getting up to just shit. See me go back, see me talk to somebody, like my wee sister's age, like 9 or 10 or 13, that sort of age bracket, and you tell them what we used to do, they'd be like, why? Like, why
and
did
then
you
you think about it to yourself, you go, why did you?
we never had iPhone 6S's or iPhone 7s.
No, it's not even that. Like, I still enjoy all that shit, and I would have back then as well if I did as well. Like, I mean, the added benefits, I suppose, to the iPhone if you're out doing all that shit is, well, one, when I've gotten lost from my mates so many times, so that when we went out up the woods, and also two, like, because this year especially I've really got into photography, and I think I would have been quite into it from a younger age if I was.
I've got a few good pictures with my phone. I've never been somebody who takes pictures. Now I've probably got about 100 pictures on my phone. You've probably got.
I've got 4,000.
I was about to say, like, I've never been somebody who takes a picture.
Yeah, no.
But see, with my new phone, like the camera on it's fucking frightening. So it's even if I see something, I'm like, oh look, that sunset, bang, picture. Never been into that. But
that's the thing though. Now anyone can do it. I know this is going to sound kind of dark with the way that you're taking, with the way we take it, but I think the reason I like pictures so much recently, especially, is because if you, so the main reason I think is, see when my granddad used to always be into photos, and I think it's what I get from him. Sort of like always like trying to take photos of like the family of just like random good stuff, and he had something because about 3 years ago we found all like their old slides in the attic, and there's something like 10,000.
Yeah.
So like, and you know, those are actually the good ones that they keep, not the ones they've chucked to. Plus, he used to do, like the stuff. I can't. It's quite difficult to explain because it's on a podcast. But you know, like the dark rooms, the photos like that.
The portraits on them.
I did big ones of those as well. However, though, the only regret that I have about him doing all that is that obviously being the one taking the photograph, there's not many of him to take the photos. So because every photo I've ever taken, bar maybe like 10 on his camera or on my iPhone, because I've transferred them through all my previous phones and like, you know, shitty digital cameras I used to have. Like I said, 4,000 photos on my phone. I'd maybe got about 10 photos of my granddad, if that. You know, and he was never one to like be a part of the cameras and that, but I don't know, it's just like, I always feel a need to keep memories, and I do over keep memories. I realise that it's actually a bad habit of mine, taking too many photos in like an hour of it. Just like, you know, I don't know, I'm just quite into it now, sort of thing. You want to relive it and not forget it.
I've started that whole process. Like, if I'm at somewhere and I'm like, fuck, I actually want to share this with somebody. Like, I was at what was it now? I was at it was like this place, right, and all the Berwick Rangers players were.
Yeah.
Nope. Hear me out here, right? Berwick Rangers are a shit team, and a shit league, and a shit area of Scotland. Just a pile of shit. Right, but what I will say.
Yeah, take a photo of a pile of shit, so I say.
Aye. So basically, they were coming off their bus, right? Now they were going into the Scenic Centre in Glasgow, right? And I don't know what they were doing. Like, I don't know if it was a book signing or something at W.H. Smith. It could have been anything, right? But I knew them by the badge, and you know, you walk past them. Well, I walked past them, and I knew one of the guys, right?
How did you know one of the guys?
I'm going to say it was I met him up at the golf club one year. I think it was that. I recognised his face. Yeah. And I walked up and I went, I recognise you. He went,
not intimidated at all.
He looked at his badge and he went, really? And I went, know the team you play for, but I do recognise you. And he remembered me, pointed me out, and I was like, shit, there's got to be a picture. Got a selfie with the guy. He was an alright guy. And I remember him, I actually he recognised me and he pointed my name out and stuff. But it was an occasion, you know, meeting a football player, something that's big to us. I say that's a Berwick Rangers player, but the point is, it's a player.
It's a football player, yeah.
Aye.
Well, I mean, Actually, if we saw like I don't know Steven Gerrard or whatever, I'm
would
desperately trying to go over like not maybe a nice out to like get a photo. Like I don't get it wrong. By the end, I would try and get a photo.
You want to meet them and say.
I want to meet them, like
say thanks for what you done for the team you support.
Yeah, and even if I suppose not a big star, whatever, it's still a good thing to.
Well, that's it.
I got a photo of a football player.
Would you date with Dejan Lovren? That's all I'm going to say.
Probably just to wind you up. I got one.
That would annoy me, to be fair,
Nah, if I'm being 100% like genuinely 100% honest, right? See if I saw it like, unless right, it was your Lionel Messi's, Cristiano Ronaldo's, whoever. Like you're talking your best players, or even to me, my personal favourites, your Steven Gerrard, your Dirk Counts, your.
Aye.
I don't know, like your Andrew Considines.
Torres. We'll go back to Torres.
Yeah, nah. If I saw those walking down the street, I'd probably try and get a picture of them, like, cause like the fanboy me would take over. But honestly, see if it wasn't for see if it was like your, I'm not trying to like sound big head here, but see if it was your Dejan Lovren, your James Milner's, your Alberto Moreno's. Not even because they're my favourite Liverpool players, but like. I don't know, I'd feel weird, especially because I'm at that age now where I'm like, I sort of need to control myself. Like, you can't really act like a Mongo around these people. It's fine if you're about 10. Like, you can get away with it if you're about 10, like the whole starstruck thing. But now that we're adults, it just comes across a bit weird unless there's someone like genuinely loaned to me. There's probably about 20 footballers in the world I would do it with. The rest, I'm sort of like,
maybe. But I suppose. But
your one's a bit different though because you actually know the boy or like have an acquaintance with them. So like,
so I've met him before. I am almost certain still to this day it was at Bridgevallen Golf Club. I could be wrong. I 100% think it was. But it's not even that occasion. Like in general, you got the 40, 50 Snapchats of me that night.
Oh fuck it! Oh my god! Did you see that story?
I may have done.
Have you actually? The full thing?
Aye.
Shall we say if this gets 10 likes, we'll release it on the channel?
If this gets 10 likes, I will release this on the channel.
I'll name it something like Jamie's drunk night out.
Fair enough.
I'm going to tell all my mates.
I was definitely sober though, can we just add?
Absolute horseshit.
I was driving. I think.
I think.
No, but genuinely, 10 likes and I'll release it because that is funny.
That's right. We'll see if it gets 10 like then. I'll post this as a separate video.
What I will say is right. Like that night, I took so many Snapchats.
That was very weird for you. I wasn't expecting that
because it was a time that me and Duncan were at the pub and it was just it was just a good occasion.
Yeah, you do get those occasional times like maybe. 3 or 4 times a year where you have an out and you're like, this is fucking perfect. I don't want this to end.
Exactly. And I'm not somebody that's like that. You know, I don't even check Snapchat. I don't even check Snapchat. I probably go on my phone. There's about 18 Snapchats there that I've just no checked because I don't get notifications or nothing like that. I just turn it off. What I will say is, I'm getting into that sort of, like you were saying earlier, with the pictures, like taking pictures on a certain occasion. Getting into that myself.
Don't get me wrong, I know it's a wee bit wanky and all that to speak about, but I do genuinely think like there's a point where I will know I take it too far. I get that, and I need to calm down on it sometimes because there is occasions where it's not needed. But I don't know, I don't want that feeling of losing it, and I know it's complete bullshit because you remember like that West Highland Way thing there. There's things engraved into my memory there that I probably won't ever forget, and I'd probably take about 1 photo with Strain on that entire trip. So
it's the wee things you forget though at the time, like of a trip. You'd be like, oh, what was that guy's name that done that? You know what I mean? And it's like, bastard, if I had a picture there and saw him, I would be able to know what his name was.
It's also very good. The camera is. That's actually a good way to test it. What was the best invention ever?
The best invention? Holy shit!
There's no real way of taking this. I mean, Wi-Fi. To be fair, you're going Wi-Fi.
I'm going with internet Wi-Fi. Like 100%.
See, right, can we put it there, right? We're not, right, okay, let's change the question, right? We're not going to include things like medicines of, say, millions of people's lives or like the wheel or whatever, right? Okay, those are probably the best inventions ever. But we're going to go personal favourites are best inventions ever. You're going Wi-Fi.
I'm going with Wi-Fi. It's a source of everything, especially porn. But it's so separate, you know what I'm
You
saying?
can go down WH Smith's and buy a magazine.
You can, but it's no.
Imagine that, like, every time you fucking got horny, you'd have to go down to the newsagents to buy a magazine.
I probably wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
Use the imagination.
Aye. I would, aye. Straight off
I can't be arsed going down to
straight off the top of the
That's
market.
easy for you. It's like not even 5 minutes away to yours. To be fair, I actually think I wasn't even thinking their Tesco's is right. It's easy for the pair of us.
It's easy for me. I've got a shop right next door to me. It's
I know that's what I'm saying, but Tesco's is literally just there.
I suppose, aye.
Yeah,
we'll move away from that.
Yeah, no,
But I'll go with Wi-Fi. Like it's the best. What I mean, you got anything different? Like really? Have you got anything different?
The engine is probably like
The engine.
I know it's about a straight one, but
The engine. What engine would you be talking about?
Well, the combustible engine. Is that correct? How's it? There's a combustible engine. No, because that what explodes. No, that's not right.
No.
I'm getting slagged. Anyone that's a mechanic or slightly technicals now thinking, Liam, you're a mongrel.
The engine. We'll just stick with the engine.
The engine, okay. The engine.
The engine.
I know, but think about it, right, though, like... I don't want to be travelling about a horse everywhere, to be honest.
That's very true, aye.
There's shit everywhere and, you know, they're a pain in the arse.
You know what I found out the other day?
What?
Right? I had a guy in the shop, right, and he was talking about cars and stuff. He was big up in his cars, he loved them. He had like 3 Lotuses in his drive that he was doing up, and like fucking, I'm talking 19 canteen sort of Lotuses. Yeah. He's got a canteen, listen to me. He's got a fucking Lotus, it's 1913.
A 1930, like made in the year 1913.
1913, it was one of the first ever Lotuses, right? It's
You know what I said, like, if you had anyone interested, invite them on the podcast, come into your work, yeah. That applies to that guy.
I googled it afterwards. Lotus wasn't even made at that point, right?
So you think it's bullshit?
No, because he showed me a picture.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So he just maybe got the date wrong.
Potentially, but he told me 1913, right?
Maybe it was a different. Maybe it was like, you know how car companies become new things like over time. So
Very true, aye.
Maybe he was trying to explain it to
Was it
today's
Lexus?
term.
No, Lotus. It was
No,
definitely
no.
Lotus.
Yeah, because obviously you've got like maybe it was like, I don't know, cobbleweb, and then it got turned into Lotus or whatever.
So he basically showed me this car, and honestly, it was actually quite nice for, especially if it was for back then. Like if it was in the day, he told me.
Tarted up, well, yeah.
Like fucking well played to them. And he was showing me this, and he was like, "See nowadays, because he's got his own car garage and stuff."
Yeah.
And he's like, the first thing when we're making cars, so obviously you've got all the parts, you know everything where it's gone. You know the third thing that's installed into a car is Bluetooth and Bluetooth and.
Really?
Aye.
That's the third thing. I guess.
The third thing is Bluetooth and your touchscreen.
Wow.
Nowadays, anyway, that is obviously. The Bluetooth and touchscreen capability.
Any reason why?
Don't know. Never said, but he says it's such a high demand now that it's third to be put into a car.
Third to be put in the car. To be fair, I was actually saying that the other day. Like, so my car's 2014 now, and it was late 2014 it was made. And my car's still a very good car. There's nothing wrong with it. However, if I were to sell my car tomorrow, like, don't get me wrong, my car is Bluetooth and it was one of like the higher range ones when it first came out. My car wouldn't go for that much. I know that's the same with every car, loses a lot in depreciation. However, because mine doesn't have like a touch screen or like dual aircon or heated seats, or my car wouldn't go for that much, because these are all like things now people see as a luxury now and like things they must have.
Aye, not even a luxury. It's a thing you expect a car to have now. Not us, like in general, but most people.
I might be on my 4th car, but I'm not expecting that much.
I mean,
that's actually something that
my car's got heated windows. It's got the electronic fucking adjustable thing in my lap.
mirrors. Yeah, mine's got that as well. And don't get me wrong, like,
mine's just got Bluetooth touchscreen.
When did that become a thing? Because like, I don't even think when my car was made that was a common thing. I think it must have been like about 2015, 2016.
You know what I will say though, right? Yeah. I've got the dual aircon, which don't get me wrong, I use it all the time. I don't know why. Right? I've got the touchscreen capability and the Bluetooth. I'm not going to lie, I use it very regularly. Right? Yeah. Heated seats, I have, don't use. Okay. You
might though, June. When you not had your car though, June. Wait, when did you get your car?
Start of the year.
Well, okay, you might have wanted to use it then, but like,
I never used them. Heated mirrors, never used them. Right. Adjustable.
To be fair,
mirrors.
if it's I've never even thought about that. When that's frozen, that's actually a fucking great idea. Fucking heating mirrors.
Aye.
What genius! Some people are just fucking brilliant.
Aye. It's a great idea. I've never had to use
I
it.
know. I wish I was as smart as that. Just like invent that out of nowhere one day.
And I've got the, you know, the, what the fuck you call it, where you can move the seat.
Adjustable suits. Yeah.
But with the
Electric
controls.
motor,
Aye.
yeah.
Never used it. I mean, these are things that I've never ever used and never ever probably will use.
Yeah, but when you're reading over the brochure for that car, I bet you're going shite. It's
You're
got,
like,
it's got
aye.
this, it's got
Aye.
that.
Oh,
it's
that
got
bad boy. I never use Bluetooth as well. I lied. I never use Bluetooth. It's because I've got the
audio cable.
Aye, so it's like auto CarPlay it's called or some shit, and it's like, but it's unnecessary.
Is your car one of the ones with 4G in it as well? Because Vauxhalls have introduced 4G cars now, haven't they?
Aye, no, it's not got. It's got the capability, but you've got to pay for
Pay
it.
for it,
Aye, which is just obscene. Like, fuck off, fuck off.
I mean, it doesn't make sense, is it? Like that, why would you do that, right? Number one is giving drivers a think of, oh yeah, no, I can just fucking fanny about now with my phone.
I don't know.
and
I see some good and bad.
No, like, don't get me wrong, it's more a benefit. I think if you go do it right, the passenger should pay for it, because the fucking driver can't use it. So what's the point?
No, I don't know. You say that, right? But the way I see it is, the pros and cons, right? I'll obviously go with the pros, right? If you're doing long distance travelling fairly often and you've got passengers, right? Be it two kids, say in the back, and a passenger, right? You're wanting them to connect to shut the fuck up so you can just get on with your drive, right?
Actually, I hadn't thought about that.
That's a good idea, right? If you like music and you don't want to pay a high contract for like your network, for loads of data, the 4G in the car to play stream music and stuff.
Doesn't it require though your current phone to have 4G already though? I thought
as long as your phone is 4G.
No, I thought it meant I thought it basically works in the same way that EE box works. You need to have. Oh, is it not? Right,
no,
okay.
okay,
That makes sense.
There's an actual SIM card that goes into the car.
Right, okay.
I don't know what network that provides it. I think they choose at the time.
Vauxhall network.
Vauxhall network.
Get your Vauxhall mobile to go with it.
So I see the pros and I see the cons. More pros for cons though.
I mean, the thing is, it's just like the driver doesn't actually get the one paying for it doesn't actually get to use it.
Driver doesn't get to use it. If like for me, if I was to go and get that, there's no use for me to have.
Yeah, because you're a driver and
Aye.
maybe you're right. Maybe for like families, I can see the point. But like for you and me, but that's
the,
kind of a lie because my mates get my car a lot. But I mean,
the first car they introduced it on a Corsa was a fucking two-door though. Like, it's not a family car. Like.
So I don't know, maybe they're thinking about teenagers going out and fannying about the cars.
They're marketing the wrong way. What I will say is though, you've got a lot of fucking idiots that boy racers as such. You know, boy racer is driving and big man on the left hand side, passenger side, on the 4G in the car, you know, recording that sort of thing, but they've marketed this so wrong.
I mean,
so wrong.
We'll hope this goes out to the place, but do you use your phone when you drive?
No.
It's too risky.
I don't need to. I've got the 4G. I've got the.
Yeah, no, music.
I've got the screen.
The only slight downside of mine is because I don't have fucking Spotify Premium anymore. Like it doesn't skip through shit. Yeah, that's the only downside. But like put it this way, right? See if I get caught with my phone, like driving with my phone before December of this year, I'll lose my license.
Aye, so it's a no-brainer, not it? What I will say is I don't need to. Like one, I've got the 4G screen. They've got the. Why do I keep saying 4G? I've got the touch screen, which I can answer, make calls and texts. I could talk to Google. She makes a text for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? I've got all that capability. I don't actually need to lift a hand. You know, I've got on the steering wheel. I've got the buttons. Make a call, hang up the call, create a text. You know what I mean? So it's just a click of a thumb. You don't actually need to do anything. So I've got no reason to use it besides skipping my song, which I can also do in the steering wheel.
Yeah, that's the only downside to my car. I can't do that. Cars are clever thing.
They are clever, aye. What's mine? Mine's a 17 plate. Mine was new at the time. So yours is what?
It's 3 years.
So yours is 64 plate, or is it?
64 plate.
Okay, so the end of 14.
Yeah, it's getting old, unfortunately.
What did you expect?
Well, I mean,
5,
yeah,
6
no,
years?
don't get me wrong, right? After all the troubles I've had with cars,
you've had a lot of issues with cars. That's been unfortunate.
See if that one lasts me to the end of uni, I'm happy. then
then
I can maybe if I have enough money, then I can upgrade. Like that's the thing. Listen, like before that, the longest I had a car going was it was a year, but it broke down every like month. So I mean,
I've been fortunate enough to not have any breakdowns. But I'll touch wood.
This might actually be good, man. They actually get us out properly in this flat.
Right. Maybe.
So we'll move over to. We'll consider this a bit of a longer Liam and Jabba doing news.
Alright.
Basically, I wanted to talk about misogyny because that's always a fun topic to talk about on a podcast, isn't it?
No.
Basically,
I'll be honest. No.
We're serious people, okay?
Okay.
We're running a business now.
Yes.
Right, so I'm going to read a statement that was put on the BBC. It's quite a long one, so stick back and try and listen. But yeah, it's talking about, England's women's manager, Mark Sampson.
Yep.
He basically took them over in 2013 and he's led them to 2 successive semi-finals at major tournaments. However, he's been cause of accusations of discrimination towards Chelsea forward Anuria Aluko, which funnily enough is Sonu Aluko's sister, and she's a much more talented footballer than he is, because he is wank. Anyway, back to the thing at heart here. Apparently he got cleared of doing any wrongdoings and he's denied the investigations. However, though, they've done some digging back into his previous work because there's been allegations beforehand. And basically there was another incident back in 2014 where apparently he told Aluko, during like a game against Nigeria or something, said don't bring any of your Nigerian relatives because they'll bring Ebola, quotes.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, and basically they took an inquiry and it's caused a wee bit of controversy because the England captain's come out and basically said that she gives full support as she has not seen any racial discrimination, but he has been sacked.
He's been sacked?
He's been sacked today.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So
are we talking on that grounds? Like,
they haven't released a press statement as of the time of recording, but it came out like about 20 minutes before he came here. He got sacked.
To be fair, right, he's not got any hope whatsoever of winning that case.
No.
And I don't mean to sound like a dick here, right? But the women always win these sort of battles.
You're going to have to really justify yourself here, mate, because you might be a bit screwed.
Nah, right.
Right, okay, justify it.
I mean, I'll go totally off topic here. In court, right, you've got an average in court here. You've got an average working guy, right, makes a fair income. Let's say 1.5 a month, right? So he makes £1,500 pounds a month, right?
Fucking hell, I'd kill for that.
He's got a working class job, right?
Yeah.
He's never took drugs. He never drinks.
Okay.
He's got a car.
Right.
And he's got a healthy home, right? You've got a woman, right, who's just had his baby, right? They've had an argument, right? He's applying for custody. Now she's not got a job. She's on the dole, right? Claiming benefits, right? In a lesser home, she's winning that battle to keep the kid. Right? Every time. Unless she is severely on smack.
No. Don't get me wrong, right? You are correct. Often, I can't mind the statistic. I think it's on like 60% of the time the women get custody.
I think it was a bit more than that.
I thought I read so maybe it's a different country. I thought I read it was 60%.
I think America was like 79 the last time.
Right, which yes, true. Most of those times it will not be correct. However, I do see your point, but it's different. You're like the guy, he's claimed he's done this shit twice. Like, why should he get?
Has he though?
He's been fired.
It's not been proven though.
Has he come out and said it's not true? No.
As of now, denied allegations.
No, he denied the allegations to a board, an actual meeting between FA officials, the FA panel, right? He's not come out into the press and said I did not do this, right? So he's always told.
Has he had the time though?
Right, no, don't get me wrong. There is a chance he can get thrown out into the bus, right? But he shouldn't be saying that shit. It's the same if
he did say that.
It's the same if a Lassie manager was fucking in charge of the men's team and said shit similar. She'd be out the door as well in seconds.
I don't know.
She fucking.
I know. I mean, if she says anything like what he's
the Ebola thing, then she'd be out.
It's all allegations right now, though. I mean,
It's
until until it's properly proven that he has said something like that, I'll not believe it. I know why they've sacked him, and it's purely.
Do you
based on
think
public
then?
reasons.
Right, I'm throwing you partially into this here.
Right.
Do you think it's going to say to make sure we get a better way than men?
Do I think it's
Like, do you think then they're going to throw him under the bus to show that women deserve equal right? If he has done nothing right, we'll say off topic. Like, I know it might not be true, but say if he has done nothing wrong, right?
Yep.
Do you think they would be sack him anyway to sort of show, like, you know?
I think it's
that you can't treat women like that, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yes, in a sense.
Okay.
I also think it is purely based on publicity as well. To bring women,
I think it's purely based on publicity as well.
To bring women's football into perspective.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong as well. This boy's done a lot for England. Like,
if you could take them to two majors,
two semi-finals of majors.
That's good going.
I mind I watched the 2015 World Cup. I think they played in, which was Canada from memory.
They fucked Scotland 7-2 the other week. Well, last month or so.
I mean, but
it's perfect.
The English lasses team could have beat the men's team as
well.
well.
The thing is, right, England women's has got a better return than fucking the English men.
Yeah.
And
no, that'll apparently be down to him, and also he's done really well for them. He's gone playing well. Like I said, I don't watch them often because they occasionally show games on BBC BBC 3. If I've got nothing else on, last I watched the World Cup when it was on, just like. No, it's interesting. I've never seen women's football on TV before, apart from the Olympics.
It's coming into it. I mean, what was that? FIFA last year, they brought in women's to they brought in a women's like sort of tournament to FIFA.
Yeah. And and even last week you've got German ref. There's now women refs in Germany now.
Yeah.
And the sport's definitely moving forward for women, as it should do.
Yeah. What I will say is this is a big publicity stunt to get the women's football in there. I also
no. Do you think they did this to get him, like, to show off women's football?
Yes, and to show that you can't treat women like that as well. I think it's.
Well, yeah, but if he's done it, then he's got no right.
It's all
no. It is all ifs and buts. But if he's been accused of twice, it doesn't make him look very believable, does it?
But he's been accused of the Ebola thing, right? Now, fair enough. It's going to be really hard to prove that. Either way.
Yeah, either way. But unless there's cameras.
What else was he accused of though?
Misogynism.
Right.
Towards like the female players. To be fair, only two of them accused of that. One of them was Aluko, who was part of the Ebola case.
Yeah.
Like however many years
the English captain has came out and says she's not heard any racism or anything like that.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. That helps his case.
If one captain is willing to help somebody who has done, I just can't. It's too hard to say. It's definitely. I don't think he's done.
Okay. If he is guilty, if he said those things, then should he have gone?
Oh fuck! He should be at the door. Nothing. He should have been sacked.
I think
it should have been proven first before he got sacked. I think that's pish what's happened to him.
Okay, maybe that is true. Maybe he needs to admit it, or
he needs to fight his case.
That's the thing, though. There's no way of unless there's video evidence of him saying it. There's no way to prove it.
More than likely not going to be video evidence because these games aren't recorded much. Depends. When was
it's not even that. It's not necessarily it was done down the touchline. It never said there. It could have been like on the phone. It could have been like in person away from an England game or whatever. It might have just been like him talking to him in person, sort of thing, like on a joke at night out or whatever.
Anything at all.
So there's no way of proving it, basically.
Unless, I don't know. The other way to look at it is, has these two girls thought, oh fuck it, he's treating us wrong. He's not getting his game time. We're not getting this. We're not getting that.
Yeah,
fuck it.
It'd be a case of
backstabbing. We'll make up some shit, get him at the door.
No, I don't think.
I don't know. Like, but you see it all the time though. You see it all the time.
It'd be hard to make something up like that.
Maybe not as serious as what they went through to get him out. But you see Chelsea last couple of seasons ago never played for Mourinho. They stopped playing. They just didn't play football the way they could.
No, I get that.
As soon as the new manager came in, they played football at best of the ability, win the league.
Yeah.
People like these people will do anything to get people they don't like out of a job, and I think
you're putting a strong allegation. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but you're putting a strong allegation to them if it is. If you
don't know what it is though until it's, and you don't know if it's happened. It's such a hard case.
I think you're being a wee bit harsh on them. However, I do see your point that like there's no real way to prove it, and you might have unjustly been sacked. But however, the likelihood is if you're being accused of some shit like that twice,
But
I think like
I'm glad he never stepped down. He's helped his case there. If he stepped down, you know it's true. The fact he's been sacked, it's like, did this happen?
But at the end of the day, right, okay, so you're on the panel, right, you get to judge if you sack this boy or not. He gives his innocence, I don't know, he claims he never said it.
Did he though? I thought he didn't have the meeting.
No, he had the meeting for the first one, the Ebola one.
And did he
I'm not sure, they haven't said yet if they've had the meeting for the second one or not.
Did he deny the allegations for the first one?
He denied the allegations for the first one.
Okay.
However, I'm not sure about the second one yet. So you've heard this before, okay, you heard this like 3 years ago, right, okay? The same lassie plus someone else has come to you and said, here look, I think he's being misogynistic towards like the females in the group. You get only one member, the England captain, coming in saying, I've personally never seen it, however, they might be telling the truth sort of thing. Where do you go on it? Like, honestly, like, genuinely in that moment, do you vote to sack him or not? That's all the evidence you have. You've got no video evidence, you've got no recordings or whatever. That's the only thing you have.
I've not got enough to justify sacking him. It's the same, right? Put it into this, right? You're working in Dobbies, right?
Yeah.
One of your staff members, now you know for a fact, one of your staff members is eating a brownie every morning, right? It's a brownie, right? Hear me out. That brownie is money that the company could be making. Right? His name could be Liam, however.
Okay, so I spot Liam, okay.
So this one staff member is eating this brownie every morning, right?
Okay.
And it's noticed by the manager, right? So it's not going to be, right? Hear me.
Okay.
So the manager's like, we're losing 50 pence a day, because the brownie's gone missing every day.
Okay.
Right?
You're funny for thinking Dobbies charges 50p for anything.
Sorry, £1.50 for the brownie.
Try £2.50.
You walk into the manager and you go, I've personally seen him take the brownies.
Grass.
However,
Grass.
There's no video evidence. There's no other evidence besides your word against his. You're on the panel as the manager.
So it's a completely separate time to the first time the manager's seen it happen, sort of thing. So like, the manager's seen them one time, seen me eat the brownie. Then another time I've seen me eating the brownie, and then firstly you went grass, but I will ignore that part. But
right, it's the same with the England captain coming in and no saying
what do I believe?
Right, do you have enough evidence here to sack?
No, okay, right, you don't.
Do you know what I mean? So like, it's the same with anything in any company. You've got to have proper proof, or you can be taken to tribunals and stuff.
True, but at the same time as well, if that's the case, then Mark Sampson will sue them. If he truly believes he's wrong, he's done nothing wrong, then he will sue them. Why wouldn't you? Like, if you've got a case to make,
I hope he does, because
if he's innocent,
I very much doubt he won't be. But unless he admits otherwise or it's proven otherwise, I'll stick by what I'm saying.
Okay.
I hope for his sake.
Because he might be fucked. Well, put it this way: if this turns out to be true, he won't get a job at women's management again, probably.
No, he would have to move to something like fucking Norwich or something. So,
men's management, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite sad though, because I mean, like, this boy's clearly done a lot for, like, not just English, like, women's football, but like women's football in general.
Women's sport in general.
Yeah, true. I think as well he's won. That's actually I think he won. You know, Sport Personality of the Year award. I think he's won coach for that like a few times for like women's sports.
And your teammates have got to your team members have got to nominate you for that.
So like coach was but like
if I'm saying don't you dare bring Ebola back with all your friends and your opposing team, are you really going to nominate me for this? Are you really not going to tell the rest of your team?
No, but it might have been a different year to it. It might have been like maybe they I might be wrong, maybe he didn't win that, but I thought in my head he did. Maybe he won that first. And then that happened.
Potentially.
Yeah.
It's all ifs and buts, but
it's true. I mean, there's just no way of proving it, unfortunately. Unless they come out, unless the FA come out and say we've got a video of him being racist, then
I'll not believe it. Who knows? Maybe it did, maybe it didn't.
Obviously, then another thing that's happened recently is, well, the day after we recorded, the London bombings happened.
I've not actually heard much about this.
Yeah, no, I haven't actually. It's been very quiet in the news about it, because I've tried to look up about it.
I'm actually quite glad it's been quiet.
Yeah,
I mean, again, respect's good.
I don't think anyone's been. I think a few people have been injured, but I don't think anyone's been killed.
To anybody who's been affected, like fucking
Yeah, fair play as well to the emergency services. Well done.
Aye.
For
What I will
dealing
say
with it.
is though, I'm glad it's not hit the news as hard because it.
Sense panic.
Aye.
We felt London's had a really shitty time for like last.
It's not even that though.
half
It's
a
like
year or so.
a bit lie. But if it doesn't hit the news, like whoever's doing these bobbins might go, oh, fuck, it's not really worked, is it?
Well, I mean, they'll know it hasn't worked because I haven't killed anyone, which is obviously the rule. But
Well,
but
they,
yeah,
they wouldn't know if they've killed anybody because they're pretty much dead as well, weren't they, realistically? So.
no, they didn't blow themselves up. They left a bomb.
Oh, was it not suicide?
Yeah, no, they left a package bomb, I think. Yeah,
Oh,
on the
okay.
train. But yeah, what happened then was, well, today anyway, 2 men were arrested in Wales over it. They haven't like given
Heard that.
identity.
Heard that.
I heard this question on our podcast, doing my research watching podcast. How do you stop a man that's willing to die for something? I know these people didn't, but how do you stop a man that's willing to die for something?
Kill him.
But like, we don't in this country. That's the problem.
Right, if my honest answer, if we could kill them, no them, I'm not putting it to a certain group, but they, in general,
Well, the group that are doing the blowing up.
well, aye, the group that's apparently ISIS anyway. If,
Well, sorry, maybe this might be a local thing.
potentially, aye. So, see, right, what's that guy's name? Fucking Tommy or something like that.
Tommy Robertson. Is
Aye.
that, yeah.
No, I have no intentions of bigging him up at all, right?
No, the boy's a cunt.
Aye, but some of the stuff he says, fair play. However,
Like-
most of the stuff he says, bullshit.
Oh, I hear what you think he says.
Well, see, he done a
Mainly because I haven't actually seen a lot of
right, he
his
done a
stuff,
video on a
so-
known terrorist. The guy has publicly said on his YouTube channel that he wants to kill the
Okay.
UK and he wants people to worship, no the Quran, the other one.
I'm not big on my
I can't mind what it is.
No, so he's not a Muslim then?
I know,
basically.
aye. So he's a Muslim extremist and they've got their own book.
Oh, right, okay, right.
I can't remember what it's called. Their own version of the Quran, I suppose.
Okay. Anyway, so...
He wants them to worship that. Everybody in the UK to worship that, and he's willing to kill people for it, for them to worship. Right. So he's a known terrorist. He's no terrorist as such. A known extremist.
Yeah,
Right?
threat to the UK.
Yeah, he's willing to kill. Right.
I live in the UK, I take
Yeah.
it.
So the police services have moved him from town to town to town to town, and Tommy's followed him everywhere he goes. And they moved him 50 yards.
How does he know where he's going? Surely the police won't tell him where he goes.
You would think so, but I've got a funny feeling Tommy's probably got a team that watch like when the removal van's there and shit.
Is he
like
really that big time?
that. Oh, he's massive, like millions of followers.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, he went up to where he's recently been moved to, in a video that he's 50 yards first school, right?
Yeah, not
He's a
great.
known extremist, right?
Yeah, so not a great start.
In a local area, right? He's 50 yards first school.
Do you want to ask where it is, you know? Like
Somewhere
what
in
area?
England, I don't know where it is.
Like a city or suburb or...
I think it's like Solihull or some shit. Could be wrong with that. But he's been moved 50 yards for a primary school, right?
Great start.
A mile away for a high school,
Great start.
right? And 20, I think it's something like 24 steps or something stupid like that for a B&Q. Where if it's true, you get most of your bomb supplies is what Tommy was saying on the video. What I will say is, he made a very good point. If you are somebody who stays in that town, and your kids are walking to school in the morning, it's only around the corner, so you're going to let them walk themselves, right?
Yeah.
P7, you're going to let them walk, on you go, right? Say this guy goes out, no, it's very, very unlikely it's going to happen because he's under police control now after Tommy's video.
But there is the...
There is
threat.
there is a constant threat of him, worst case scenario, going out and beheading them, like right in the street, that sort of thing, right? Or worst case scenario, plants a bomb in the school, right? These sort of things comes as a threat, and it's very unlikely it's going to happen, especially now he's under police control.
There's always still that wonder if...
Yeah.
What if...
So he's saying there's a known terrorist, and they're not willing to even get him out of the country. Never mind kill him, right? Now you can't kill the guy because he's not done anything wrong as such, as of yet.
Yeah,
in a sense.
you can't kill him for making threats.
You can't kill him, period, actually, because it's like we're not allowed to in this country.
Yeah.
But you can't. They took his passport off him to stop him going back home.
Where's
I know.
his home? Do you know?
Well, I would imagine Pakistan. I think was where he was from. His name looked like a Pakistani name. Could be wrong with that. But no, I think it is. I think it's Pakistan.
I completely agree with that. It doesn't matter what the boy's skin colour or race is. If you're a known terrorist and you're outside a primary school, then you don't want that. I mean, you don't want anywhere in the country, but especially no there.
Exactly. So he went to all the neighbours and shit and seen what they were saying, and no word of a lie, within 40 minutes he had to move again because the people were obviously reporting it.
No.
Don't want to stay there because he's there. 40 minutes it took the council to move him into there and back out again, and he's moved every second day or something like that, something stupid like that. Because Tommy,
surely that's just a waste of their time. Should might as well just say fuck off. So.
Well, you would think they would just go back to your own country, back home.
Yeah,
but
I mean, what I reckon must have happened, right, is they must have got a good lawyer or something, and he must have managed to swindle his way under some sort of rights that protects us from deporting people that are meant to be deported.
Probably, yeah.
And he's probably used that as his way of saying, look, you can't deport me or whatever. And they're probably going, fuck, we actually can't.
We'll move him from house to house because he's not got any right against that. So I mean, I don't know. That is just one instance. I mean, I don't like Tommy Robertson. I think some of the stuff he says is like vulgar. A lot of it is true though. Stuff that people won't want to say.
You need to clarify because there will be a lot of people that only know Tommy Robertson for what most people know him for and will assume things if you don't try and claim what you. Like, I know you have explained that you don't obviously want terrorists and all that living in, but I have seen some of his other stuff and he talks like complete.
Some of his stuff is vulgar and just disgusting what he says about the actual Muslim people.
Yeah, no.
Now, like the old phrase is, I've got tons of Muslim friends. Everybody says it. Now I actually do. I work with Jazz. He's Asian. Right, it can be classed as anything you want to say. Right. I used to work with Amin. Right. Who's another person who worked at EE. Yeah. Again, he's an Asian guy. These are two I've worked with. Right. And I've had people in the shop that's been racist towards them, not want to be served by them. Goes far to say is I was in seeing and I was like, I'm not serving you, bye. Like, how dare you talk about somebody like that? And there's been a lot of occasions where that sort of thing's happened, and to hear what Tommy says, and then I think back, Jazz is Jazz is the best person you'll ever meet. He's the nicest person. Yeah, so putting them all into a box. Now, Jazz isn't a Muslim. Jazz is Sikh.
Yeah.
Right, but the amount of times is I was in speak to the wee Muslim guy the other day. No, you weren't.
Turn around, there's actually a Muslim guy in the shop.
I mean, was Muslim. But as I say, like, people speak so ill of his religion. But this guy, speaks so ill of his religion. It's the Muslim extremists that some of his stuff can be justified, but when he talks about actual Muslims,
I think he can draw the line between all Muslims, and I think he feels like damage control. I think he feels like if he gets rid of them all, then he will get rid of the problem, which technically he would do. However, that's completely wrong and fucking disgusting if you think that's the correct thing to do.
It's the way he speaks ill of the Quran and wants to set it on fire and shit like that. It's just like,
to be fair, it does seem clued up about his shit, but
he is very clued up. Like some of the stuff he
I think he's read the Quran a few times. He said.
He speaks Punjabi and Urdu and all that. So he's a smart guy.
Tommy Robertson, you can be there occasionally, but you're a bit of a dick.
If you want to come on the podcast, so by all means.
I'd actually be quite interested to talk to him. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'd want to really get under. I know most people have said this. I'd actually want to know personally, and I want to know
where his head's at. Like, when he wakes up in the morning, knowing his family's constantly under threat. Like, I want to know how he copes with it. Like, how he gets on in life, but
that's actually
again, some of his stuff is just disgusting. I wouldn't recommend going and watching him if you're for the faint hearted.
He's like most people have some good views, but not most of them. This actually brings on quite nicely to Britain's first leader arrested for religious harassment.
Who was it?
Britain's first. You know that group of they're actually worse than Robertson. like, do you remember BNP when that was a big thing?
Aye, right, I know
yeah.
about, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's actually a story. So, you know the year before we moved up to high school?
No.
Yeah,
what year was that?
Like, so 2009.
Right,
And
okay.
basically, like, our school, because that was the year, like, coming up to the election, our school had, like, a mock election of, like, who do you want to, like, hire? Of course, high schoolers being the funny guys they are, all put BNP, so the school had to say that we fucking wanted BNP to be the... great. Well done, Sillen. You really thought that one through.
Well played. Aye.
But no, I was going to say on to that is Britain first is sort of like another bit of that who don't want anyone that isn't born in this country to get out, and basically white supremacy.
Yeah, I think it's poor.
Now those boys I don't want to talk to under any circumstances.
No,
bunch of skinhead munters.
Aye, because they've got their own views. They go about it their own way. They're just, you know what I mean? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but you keep it to yourself. If it's something that's
I don't think people should be entitled to their own opinion. I really do think that sometimes. It's like, no, you're clearly wrong, shut up.
I know, but you are entitled to that opinion.
I know.
If
you can't take it away, but
if you think like that, you think like that. I mean, who would have thunk it? Liverpool second in the league this year, you know. I would have thunk it. I'm entitled to that opinion, don't take it away from me, right?
I think you're one of these people who should take the opinions away.
Right, no, not at all. But I mean, it's gone back to that whole some views are right, some views are wrong. Fucking Donald Trump with the I'm going to build a wall, you know what I mean? Just quit it.
What is somehow we managed to go 12 podcasts without talking about him yet. It's quite impressive.
I mean, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
Well, that's kind of what I was going to go. What's your impression? Well, wait, it's the final. Well, no, there's actually one more thing I want to talk about this, but what's your opinion on Donald Trump? The whole thing.
I think he's a leader. I really do. Right? I think he's somebody who cares about America and he's willing to fight for America. Right. However, this whole thing with Mexico, just quit it. I think it is publicity at the end of the day. Yeah. I don't think he actually hates a Mexican person.
No, here's what I was going to sort of say to you. I think, because I watch a lot of YouTube, probably too much, and I may be overthinking it. However, I think he baits a lot of people. One, I think he enjoys the attention. He loves the drama. I think he fucking loves the drama and everything to be about him. And even the people that don't like him are always talking about him. So he's always winning to a certain extent. Because no news is bad news to a certain extent.
He's always making money.
Yeah, and I mean the man's even if he doesn't mean what he's saying, he's still saying stuff which is bad. I mean. He's just
as a general leader, though. See what America were fighting against.
I could also say, I don't see the people that say why do people hire him? Why do people not vote for Hillary or whatever? One, she wasn't a better option. Two, there are so many people in America in such a hard and awful time. You don't get free healthcare. There's so many people that will be living on the streets, going through drink, depression crises. They see no way out. They see no American dream as such. And you know what? They're probably thinking, fuck it, why would I vote for the typical leader as such? Because that's always failed me. That's always failed. So if anything, America have got themselves into this because they've been failed by other people. Because but I'm not even saying everyone's great, because let's be honest, it's impossible to make everyone happy. However, if they sorted a few things out and more people had good lives, then Trump probably wouldn't be in power.
But Obama was a good leader.
He was. So we didn't live there, so we don't get to experience
good to an extent. For what we saw, good to an extent.
Yeah.
Now, when Hillary and Donald were going for election, I said straight away, Donald's winning this. And there's a reason for it. It's because of his passion towards America. Hillary was like, I'll do this, I'll do that. But what she was also going to bring was war to America.
Let's not get ourselves, he might as well.
I don't think he will. I think he's a very smart guy.
No, right, okay. I think he's a smart guy. I think maybe in a different way to what people would consider smart, though.
Is he really going to put his people under
I'm not saying he'll do it intentionally, I'm just saying he could do it by making a cock up.
Yes, I don't, but anybody can bring that upon him.
Yeah, no, true.
if he can avoid it, 100% he will. That's like he's that smart and he's got the power to do something like that.
Yeah.
Hillary was she was going to be another basic bitch leader who was just going to run America further out of the ground and bring that to the people. Whereas Donald Trump, I think, give him a year, he'll change a lot of things.
Well, actually, he'll change things for the better, but he might change things.
The wall thing was just embarrassing though. Like,
the man's an actual embarrassment. I don't care if he was being smart about the way he did things, he's an embarrassment.
However, his daughter is nice looking though. Cheers. We'll not beat her in the bush. She's nice.
I'll be honest, I don't actually know what she looks like.
Oh dear Jesus. Well, check after the podcast, you can rate her. She's alright. But
you did so well for an hour and 5 minutes to keep it like, you know, we're talking really good discussions, you know, make sure women's right, misogyny, all that, and then bang, right there.
There's no harm in saying she's a nice looker.
Yeah, no, true, there isn't. Right, so before we end, one more question. I saw as well, just before he came here, Ryanair, and also one of my friends from college experienced this, but Ryanair this week, I think, have cancelled 2,160 flights. Like, just cancelled, like, straight up, nope, you're not flying anymore. So,
right.
That's a pretty shitty holiday experience. I want to know, Jamie, can you think of your worst holiday experience?
Can we briefly go into the topic here with the whole cancelling flights?
There's not a lot of details. Basically said it was due to a culmination in errors in overbooking flights and also like
the amount
not enough
of money
points.
these kids must have lost for that.
2,160. Well, I mean, Ryanair's cheap, but you will get the expensive ticket. I mean, let's say on average, right?
No, but no, not even that. What I'm saying is the amount of money that they will have to refund.
Yeah.
Not only refund, compensate for the mistakes that's been made. Oh mate, that's just a fortune. What I will say is my worst holiday experience. Now I've not been on holiday in a while.
I mean, it can be anything. It can be even like here. It can be just so it's like during the holiday periods. And so it can be like it can be even like during Christmas time. So it's like around the holiday like time as such. If you get me like summer, spring, like you know, like during the actual holidays. If you get me.
I won't lie to you. I've been blessed with good upbringing, blessed with good holidays. So I wouldn't say I've got any bad moments.
I'm not saying like oh my god, this was the worst holiday ever. I didn't have Wi-Fi or what. Like just something that happened, like maybe a dodgy experience or something. No, absolutely nothing.
Nothing I can think of. Yeah. It might come back to me. You got one?
No, I mean it was kind of a good one mixed with a bad one. So was it two Christmas? No, last Christmas.
Right.
It was just me and my gran for like most of the day, and we tried to cook Christmas dinner between us. Shall we say it was a bit of a disaster.
Right.
I'm not the high-end chef that I might want to be. But at the same time, it was kind of bad because it was just kind of funny. It was like we basically had like Indian food mixed with like a roast beef, and then like our dessert was like a Mars bar chocolate ice cream sort of thing. Like, and we were shy, but at the same time, it was kind of good because like you know it's different.
It's not ordinary.
I mean, because let's be honest, Christmas isn't perfect. Like, I don't get the whole like arguing family thing. We never did that whole like sort of like 12 people. Well, we used to do big Christmases, but we don't do the whole like 12 people come round to that.
It never snows either. Like, can we just point out it never snows on Christmas? Like,
I was like actually speaking about my mum this a few weeks ago. I think I've only ever seen a White Christmas twice. I've seen it build up to Christmas snow.
I've seen it after Christmas primarily. I think
I've seen it twice on Christmas.
I've probably seen it the same amount of times, to be honest.
Well, I mean, you will have because
that's very true.
Well, I mean, have you been anywhere other than Scotland on your Christmas day?
Never.
Yeah, so yeah, 2 times we've seen it.
2 times, we'll go with 2. But I suppose.
Yeah.
But I've got a sort of moment.
Okay.
It's not so much at Christmas. It's just after Christmas. You know, you always get your good old firm right after Christmas.
That's such a fucking. No, what was the worst one? New Year's Eve or day wasn't there? Rangers Celtic game. That is honestly one of the worst. Like, who thought that was a good idea? Like, I want to know the person that thought that.
They fucked it on. What I will say though is, every time we lose, that makes a holiday a wee bit worse. But, I've not got one certain moment.
No, we're both very fortunate people. We've had. I'm not even saying like it has to be terrible. I don't know, like your dog got shot or whatever on Christmas,
well,
but like I mean, just I don't know. But I don't know. I just thought it was a good because we started the good, so let's see if like. Right, Premier League predictions, and then we're finished.
Premier League predictions.
Right, so do you want to see what the current scores are?
Well, Liam's only 4 points behind me now. I'm getting a bit worried now. I'm on 25. Liam was on 21.
The only thing I'm a wee bit, I think, because up to that point I was taking more risks with fixtures. This week I think I've been quite safe in my fixtures. However, not got many draws in there, which was a bit of a worry.
I have went non-safe.
Oh, so you're trying to ball
No,
it
to a certain extent. I've still got all the big teams in the safe. Right, we'll read them out and then we'll have a brief description there.
West Ham, Tottenham.
I've went for Tottenham.
Tottenham as well.
Right.
Yep.
Now, see, this is what I'm worried about because West Ham. Did you see them last night?
No.
Played some good football. Like
wow, West Ham played some good football.
Like some serious football. However, I went with Spurs.
Burnley, Huddersfield.
I went with Huddersfield.
I went with Burnley.
Right, see, purely based on again last night, embarrassing. Burnley, embarrassing.
Play well against Liverpool, but defensively play well against us.
I suppose.
Everton, Bournemouth.
I went with Everton.
See, I've got a switch. Did I not switch? Go
Oh.
on, tell me, do I switch? Go on, I'll let you be the decider.
No,
Stick
to what you've got.
Alright, I'll go Everton there. That's
Go
what I
with
was
Everton.
here.
Right. Fuck, I went you switch now.
I was going to go for draw. I wasn't going to go for Bournemouth. I was wondering if it was like draw, but no, I'll go
They played well against Brighton, but it was pretty shambolic.
Man City, Palace.
Right, City.
So, yes. If that one isn't a win, I'd be amazed.
Very true.
Southampton, Man U.
You've went Man United.
Man U, yep. Stoke, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yeah, where are these risks you're saying? I mean, I've seen none risks so far. Leicester, Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Liverpool as well.
No, wait, you've missed one, out.
What have I missed?
Oh no, you've no. I know you have. Mind you, done the Watford game after that. Right,
Right, sorry. Well, do you want to say Watford?
Watford, who they playing though?
Watford v Swansea, sorry.
Swansea. I went with a draw.
I went with draw too. Brighton, Newcastle.
Newcastle. I went with.
Newcastle. Arsenal, West Brom.
I went with Arsenal.
I went with draw. There was no fucking risks in
You
there.
went with a draw.
Yeah, I went with a
Oh
draw.
yes, that's a point gain. They're right there.
Nah, Tory Pulis actually got a good record against Arsenal.
They-
Shy way was in there. Oh, fuck. I've said it. Nah, do you know what? I'm going to be a man and keep it.
You've got to keep it now, I'm afraid.
that's fine.
Right.
I'll
Is it
remind you of that when you make a fuck up with it.
It's at the Emirates. Oh, what a tough game.
I don't know we're draw.
Bish.
0-0. Arsenal have about 19 shots all on target.
You know that's not going to be a draw.
West Brom will have one and it'll be a draw.
Aye, I sort of never went with any risk or so, did I?
No, you went with no risks.
No, see the thing is, right, see when I was thinking about it,
Yeah.
I was going to put City to draw and United to draw as well. And then I shut out at the last minute.
Yeah. Wee ball bag.
I shut out.
Right, that's the end of this podcast. I think next, providing if anything happens, Duncan should be on it, so you can look forward to stories about South Africa when he's on.
Oi.
Anyway, until next Thursday, we'll see you later. I've been Liam Whyte.
And I've been Jamie Allan.
And you've been listening to Sitting and Chatting. Goodbye.
Bye.